It has come to a point in history where we quite literally do not have time to not step closer into the fullness of our glory and our potential. The potential that the all there is, the divine infinite spirit created you in mind to embody. As a woman in 2026, it is so important that you make your decisions and your declarations in every waking moment. You are co creating with God to orchestrate your life, a life that you want to live, not one created from survival identities, not ones created from burnout, overwhelm, overthinking, overgiving, martyrdom. There is no time for that. And if you sit back and just say, yeah, well, like the voice in my mind just tells me I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, I can't do it, you are letting a lack of self worth give you suggestions because there are only suggestions telling you you're not good enough and you need to wait and you need more preparation. It's a suggestion. And you wake up and say, I'm going to use my free will to take on that suggestion when there is so much glory and so many good things that God has already said about you. You are already made in God's image, you are already made with love, your very breath, life itself. You are breathing in your creator. And so, using your time in your physical body to do the goodness that is for you and then therefore mankind at large is the single most important thing you can do. There are three resources that you have that are absolutely monumentally important to you and everyone. So keep this in mind. Your time, your energy, and your attention is where God can meet you. Do not allow this precious time that you have to be a distraction by the enemy, the inner opponent, either the inner opponent or the enemy that you see taking place in your life, using your time against you, having you do things that do not contribute to your life going further and into more fullness, your energy leaking it to places, people, things that do not add value to you and uplift you and empower you, and your attention going on to things that invite more negativity, draining, and toxic situations. You don't have time for that. But that is where the enemy would delight to keep you. It is time to declare, it is time to decide. I, for one, have decided, and honestly, I feel that I've made this word up, but I have decided that I will be joy maxing. Okay? Joy maxing. And that's not to say that there won't be duality. In that, I could be joyfully furious at the state of the world or the things that are going on, but I'm choosing to use my free will and the goodness that is already on earth and that I'm allowing to come through me to be my primary focus. Joy maxing. The beauty of being here on this earth is that we will experience duality. But what is your major focus? What are you using your time, your energy, and your attention to focus on? And how can God meet you in what you are using your time, energy, and attention on? If it's for something that is away from your goodness, you can't be met fully in that space. So, really use your attention to attune, to create, to cultivate moments in time where you actually invite space and open up to receive. This is a season of receiving. You've done the giving, overextending, martyrdom, survival mode, you've done that. And you're ready for something new. And you keep saying, okay, but how? How am I going to do it? How am I going to pivot? What am I going to do? What am I going to create? How am I going to be out there? And that's all real. But table it. Because what is it? It's a suggestion. It's not something you have to take on. And right now, you're being invited to strengthen your trust muscle. In order to receive all of the things that you can conceptualize and that you want, you have to have the capacity to trust. Trust is the vehicle that's going to get you into deliverance. But if there's no trust in your heart, in your nervous system, in how you feel, if everything is like a looking over your shoulder, how, or what will they say, what will they think, and externalizing, then you quite literally give your power away. Ooh, I got full body chills. And I say this to you as I hear myself say it. It's a reminder because we are all walking this path together, especially if you are here right now on this very video. And if we're just meeting, hi, my name is Aji, and I'm a regulation based transformational specialist, life coach, and Reiki master. This world of relate, relax, release is those who are ready to rise out of these lower density experiences and to cultivate more fullness, more vitality, more release, the safety in the body to release what no longer serves you and to rise fully into who you are meant to be. It is truly an honor and it's a pleasure to be able to guide souls on that journey. If you'd like to be in a closer proximity, I have lots of offerings, a 7-day course that you can walk at your own pace, or a 12-week container where we get to liaise a lot closer and walk you through really cleansing out what is no longer for you. I invite you to check out those offerings and email me if you have any questions or drop them below. Now back to the message. And as we get back into the message, I invite you to take a deep breath just in this moment. Just listening, just taking a pause, whether you're listening, driving, doing some dishes, whatever it is, wherever you find yourself across time and space in this now, take a deep breath and let go of what no longer serves you. Because carrying anything that isn't in alignment for you is you doing a disservice to you. And it's you telling God, I don't trust you enough to deliver to me the fullness and the glory that you have for me and what you designed me to do and be. And you're selling yourself short in not trusting and upholding toxic dynamics, in upholding and paying your attention to things that don't feed you. And every time I reach a new level of understanding, the same basis is what's going to catapult you into more. It is just love, understanding, and trust and surrender. That is it. Those are the frequencies that allow you closer proximity to elevate yourself and to reach closer proximity to God and all of the goodness and the levels of goodness that God is operating on. But if you stay down here in anxiety, overwhelm, fear, control, you shift yourself away from being able to be accessible and tangible to God. That's real. And in your game of reality selection, you have to slow down and ask yourself, is this need or want coming from love intelligence? Is it coming from the divine? Or is it coming from desire, from greed, from scarcity, from hurry? And really sit with yourself free from judgment and kind of see where it's coming from. Because there were so many seasons in my life where it was like, I need this, I want that. And it was like a rushing sensation of like, you have to quench your thirst. That is how you will know that your decision is being made from survival mode. When you switch and shift away from that and move more into sovereignty, you'll feel the difference. The decisions that you make will feel different, and you'll be able to slow down long enough to be whimsical, to be in the moment, and to feel your maker actually tell you what is the next best now step. And so if you've been asking, how do I, what do I, when will I, how's it going to happen? I invite you to change that question to, what is my best next now step? When I wake up and I feel overwhelmed by the things that I need to get done, wearing so many hats, making a business and making a personal brand and connecting with so many lives with joy at the foundation, you still need to know how you're navigating it. And so my most asked question is, what is my best next now step? And that will be how you receive the guidance to just make the next best now. You'll feel it. But you have to slow down. You have to start getting in tune with your body, with your nervous system. And if that's something that you've been wanting to do, that's where I come in handy to support you. Now, whether you do this with or without support, I trust that you know the way forward for yourself because you are the one living your experience and you have the wisdom. So go forth and be brave. No matter what path you're on, know that everything that you've ever wanted to know, you've ended up knowing. And everything you've wanted to have, you've ended up having something similar or greater than. So, really, invite yourself into more self trust, invite yourself into surrender and patience, curiosity. And don't forget to be you. BEAU to full. Be you to the fullest. Mic drop. And that is it, my ladies, and probably gentlemen, because I know boys love to sneak in this club. But to my ladies, thank you for sitting with me. Thank you for being with yourself for this short burst of minutes that we had together. I hope to see you again. Bye for now. Oh, I love being whimsical and a little ditzy and joy maxing.